What is good, fellow window tinners? Here we go again. Let's get down to business. You guys have been purchasing the crap out of my slipper, and I appreciate it. And like I've said, I've got the new FFA, the saddle coming. It's going to be here next week. But in the meantime, I've seen a big jump in the numbers of Tyrants that you guys have been ordering because I'm out of the slippers. So I needed to go over a few things with you before you just go jumping in. If you didn't watch the video, I'm doing this video because it's just a refresher. It's an update. Some of you guys maybe forgot. The reason I replaced the Tyrant is because it's too damn tricky to use. It's a finesse tool. You have to attack it just right. And once you get the technique down, it's not hard. But it's learning that technique over and over and over. And I'm just going to clear it up right now. Let's get right to it. I have both mirrors, both style spring clip mirrors. Type 1, Type 2. The Tyrant will work on both of them. I'm going to show you how. And then I'm going to get down to the new tool and show you how that one works as well. So let's go ahead and get set up. It seems like lately a lot of people are running into the Type 2s. So let's throw a Type 2 on our board and get started. I have to do it this way because I don't have a vehicle in here to show you. So normally, we would be working on it like such. So keep that in mind. I just have to work with this instead of building a display or a mount, something to put this up. I've got to show you this way. I hope you don't mind. As soon as I get another Ford in, I will be glad to do another video in car, but hopefully this will give you the point. The old Tyrant, these are a 3D printed tool. Yes, I am closing them out just because the slipper and the saddle totally replace it. So they are buy one, get two free. The reason for that is the jaw of the Tyrant. They seem to get a little worn down after so many uses when they are rubbing on those prongs from the teeth that lock the mirror onto the tab. So that's why I'm doing the deal buy one get two free. You've got extras. They're here until they're I'll be selling them until they're gone. But let's go ahead and get right into it. When you approach the mirror, the first thing you want to do, in the old video I always did, I told you to loosen it up, take the butt of your squeegee. I don't have my squeegee in front of me, but we'll just act like this is the butt. I used to squirt a little bit of solution up in there, just give it a little knock just to kind of break things loose. And when you go to address it, once you're ready to attack and get this thing off, you got to come in perfectly centered. And don't think of this as a pry. There is nothing to pry. You have to insert and push. So here's how the magic happens with this tool. When you get it centered up and you bring it in, as soon as you hit that point right there, where the Tyrant has taken shape to the mirror's base, you're in the home stretch. Now, the first thing that you automatically want to do is you want to push down on this. So if you're in the vehicle, you want to do that. Don't do that. Don't push down on this. Here's the thing. As soon as you get to this point, you have unlocked the mirror. The tabs on the spring clip are up. So the trick to this is you have to push up. So pushing the mirror off of its base. Right now it's unlocked. So you'll be in the car, and the way I like to do it is I'll get my left thumb, if you're right-handed, and I'll just kind of hold on to the mirror's base, and then I slip my thumb behind the Tyrant right where we put this little gap, I guess would be the best spot, basically your thumb slot. So once you're in, it's just going to be a matter of pushing up. So there it is. And then it's a wiggle. And what you are doing is, when other guys get this mirror off and they're using whatever tool, they'll take the hammer to it because you need to push it the rest of the way off of its mount. That's the best way I can explain it. So don't pry. Once you get right there, it's in there. It's ready to go. This is where you see people tapping with your hammers and whatever tool that you're using, equalizer, whatnot. All you have to do, just grab the mirror, kind of give it a wiggle. If you want to grab it by its neck, I don't really recommend it, but if that's all you've got, if you're on this style, you're going to do whatever you've got to do. But because it is so damn finessey, this is why I don't like the tool anymore. This is why I've got the replacements. But here you go, and just push up, and then just kind of give it the wiggle, and it will come off. It'll work on this mirror as well. Okay, same thing. Once you're in there, once it hits that spot right there, grab the mirror, grab its base, just give it a little wiggle, and it will pop right off. That's the trick. Don't pry down. Don't push up. Don't pry. Just push in the direction of the headliner, and not hard. Don't push against the glass. When you go to get that thing off of there, and if somebody else has got a different technique that I don't know about, please show it. Okay. So it's in, and then wiggle. It's the best way, you're just wiggling the mirror off of the base. Best way I can say it. You've unlocked it as soon as it hits that point. So you're good to go. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm happy to help. But let's move right over to the other tool. Like I said, you can grab these, they're on clearance as long as they last. To show you the new tool, because a few people have been asking about the technique on it. If you haven't seen the how-to on this magic slipper, I can drop a link if you need it. I'm going to go ahead and square up both. Right now, as I'm waiting for the first batch of saddles to come out, I do have a few slippers still left. You guys have been ordering these like crazy. Now, what we ran into in the beginning, and I will say that I have a funny part of explaining this story about these mirrors on a podcast that I did. I'll jump right over to it. I formed the slipper to what we call the Type 1 mirror. And not realizing in my demo video, I removed the Type 2 mirror with it. How I did it, I don't know. I apologize. Cars become a blur. They really do. I shot the video for the how-to, not even looking at the mirror. I just get so used to coming in and popping these things off because I've been doing it for a while that I didn't even notice the difference in the mirrors. So the slipper, baby shoe, will fit the Type 1. I'll show you why we've been having problems with the Type 2 and what you can do about it if you don't want to order a saddle. So Type 1, make sure your jaw's down. I always hold it with my thumb as I approach. Make sure that the deck is all the way down and butts up, slides right underneath. Grab me a 10 millimeter. I don't go super tight on it. You've just got to get it enough just so you know that it's biting that spring clip. And then just give it a push. And boom, it's off. Now what we ran into on the Type 2, this is why the saddle came out, is the tip or the toe of the slipper was hitting this neck of the mirror and not allowing you to get fully under there. Now some of you guys have cut the tip off or the toe off of the shoe, and you know what, if that's okay with you, I'm okay with it too. Whatever gets this mirror off safely and nicely. I think honestly in my demo video, maybe I had a fresh slipper that came right out of the molds and it may have still been a little bendy. It's the only thing I can think of as to how I did it in that video. To do it again, no, you've got to cut that tip off. And the pitch, I will tell you, the pitch of these is not exact when you measure it out. So the new tool, the saddle, is formed to the Type 2 mirror. And what I'm having you do right now, until next week, if you wanted to order the prototypes, or even if you've already purchased one of these, you're going to take your hardware off of the slipper and transfer it over to the saddle. Get all that set up. Same concept, keep the deck all the way down, flush with the, or level with the insertion arms, and just slide it up in there. It automatically just kind of grabs on. It goes about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch onto it. You really, once it's on, it's on. You can't go anywhere with it. I like to hold my thumb right here, kind of hold the base of the mirror, just so when you're holding it like this, it can't fall out, can't go anywhere. A couple of cranks down on that, and then you're just gonna pop it. Mirrors pop under your screw, under your nut, and off we go. I hope that squared up a few things and got rid of any confusion that there might be on how these tools work, and how this whole ball got rolling. But here we are. If you have any questions, I am glad to help. Message me, call me, text me, whatever it takes. I'm always here to help, guys. Talk to you soon. Let's get these mirrors off safely, nicely. No more broken windshields. Talk to you soon.